everyone. Welcome to day 2. It is day 2 of the Money Attraction Challenge, and I'm going to jump over here. Yay, I'm Brissette. I'm so excited for day 2. Let's grow. Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome. As you're coming in, Jackie's like, yay, day 2. Hello, Money family. Ashley, you show them how it's done. That's how we roll. That's how we greet each other every day. Hello, Money family, because that's what we are, a Money family. I love that you guys are here. Keep coming in. Tag your friends, invite, do all of that amazing stuff. It's going to be a good one today. We are going to go, wow, what's the way? We're going to go really deep. So get pen and paper, get ready. But as you guys are joining, I just wanted to share some of the quick, some of the evidence that I see people posting already. We're just on day 2. And all we're doing here is having conversations about money and giving you money to play with. Right? And so here we are on day 2. April Lowe posted, 1 day in and I got a raise. Like, haven't told April to go work harder, go do anything. Literally just come have fun, come play the money game and listen into these conversations about changing your mind and your relationship with money. And after day 1, she got a raise. Congrats, April. And she goes, I'm a master money manifester. And then Laura says, day 1, Laura Grace, Money family member for a while now. Day 1, unexpected check of $885, which I thought was amazing because yesterday we gave you $888 to spend and looks like you made it back for real. So that's awesome. I'm a master money manifester. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Krista, possible. Today I received a message from someone I don't even know, gifting her $100. Tatiana, I receive a random cash app for $10. I'm grateful. It is small, yet a kind gesture, right? So even the pennies, even the dollars, we're grateful for. We're looking for evidence. Linda says, today I receive a random client for making a wedding group and their honeymoon trip to Hawaii. Rhonda, I received money from my side business and job. And this is just a few of some of the people posting evidence after day 1. So for those of you that have been doing that, I want to encourage you now going forward for the rest of the week. You want to make sure when you type your evidence, I know you can't create a post in the group, but I want you to type #evidence. So if we do a search for evidence in the group, we can find all of your posts. So comment, you're going to type it as a comment, but before you post it, just before you type it, put #evidence. That way we can do a search for all of the evidence and literally have this massive running list and celebrate with you guys. All right. So welcome. Hey, Joe from the UK. I'm so happy that you guys are all here. We have a lot today, so we're going to jump right in and get started. How did you spend your $8,888? Was that how much you had? $8,800 gifted to you for you to lavish on you. Lavish on you. And so the lesson for today begins right now because we're talking about the psychology of money. And I want to ask you, I know so many of you have already posted. I think we already had over 300 posts so far today, how you spent your $8,800. But I want to pause because some of you are going to have to go back and repost, right? I want you to think about this. How did it feel when you saw that the money was to be spent on you? $8,800 just for you. How did that feel? Was it easy? Did you start thinking, well, this is a waste. I have better things to do with this money than spend on myself? Where you're like, yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to do for me. What were your thoughts about it? I want you guys to really start typing. What were your thoughts? And also share with us in the comments. How did you spend it? The more of us sharing, the more ideas we all get. I already read through some of your posts and I have so many ideas of how I can lavish myself. I'm like, I need lots more money to do all of your ideas. But the lesson here around the psychology of money is this money was for you. And there are so many of you, I'm just going to say this lovingly, that what you did was, even though the instructions said 8,800 for you to lavish yourself, remember, the purpose of this money game is every day we give you money and every day you're going to get more money than the day before, is to put your mind in the space of, if all my bills were paid and I had extra, what would I do with the money? and we give you a lot of significant amount of money. It's not, it's a significant amount, 8,800, for you to say, all my bills are paid. I've done all the things I want to do, and I now have 8,800 to spend on me. And what I observed in the comments were many of you were buying gifts for your husbands, your boyfriends, braces for your kids, taking your girlfriends on trips, going to spa day with the whole family, taking the family to Disney World. And what that is saying is a lot of things about your psychology around money and about you believing that you deserve to spend money on you. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because there's so much in that awareness that's going on. I want you guys to see that this is so much more than fun and games, right? When you're having difficulty spending pretend money on you, what is the message that you are giving out to the universe? Because here's the thing, and I know this for myself. If I can't show the universe that I deserve large amounts of money, and I can't show the universe that I deserve it for me, what I'm saying is, one, I don't believe there's going to be enough for me to pay for my kids to do this and that and the next thing. I don't believe there's going to be enough. Like, it can't just be for me because there's lack, right? I have to put myself and what I would do for me last, at the bottom of everybody else being taken care of. That's sending a powerful message that A, you don't deserve it. And B, it's letting you know you're not thinking there's going to be enough for everybody else's needs to be met and yours. And C, you're also saying there's just not enough. Like, I have to take care of everybody else and put me last. So as we get started, I want you to tag your friends. So many of you invited people to do this challenge with you. Make sure you tag them, share this to your page, tag them on your page, whatever you need to do, because a lot of people, especially us women, we need to hear this message today around deservingness and money, and the psychology that's going on in the background that's causing us to put ourselves last, even after we've worked so hard to make our money, and then we put ourselves last with it. So I want you guys right now, as we get started, I want you to type first thing today. Let me see if I have it ready for you guys. Ready? Everybody ready to type? Remember, we're playing full out. You all committed yesterday that we're going to play full out. So I want you guys to type in the comments, every single person watching, I deserve it. I deserve it, period. I deserve it, and then a period. What that period means is, I don't need this person's approval. I don't need to make sure everybody else is taken care of first. I don't need to worry about the money and if I can do it for myself, period. I deserve it. I deserve to lavish myself, and I need to demonstrate to the universe. What you don't realize is this is an act of demonstrating I am deserving of a lot of abundance. I'm deserving to take care of myself with all of it. I don't use the word worth. And those of you that are in my family, you know why I don't say I'm worth it. I say I deserve it, because I deserve it means it's my birthright. All right. So I want to see you guys. Go ahead. Blow up Facebook with I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Yes, Carolyn, all of you typing. I deserve it. Period. I love it. I deserve it. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Love seeing you guys stepping into your deservingness with money. So I want to bring on someone who on the journey with me, I was going to save her share for the end of today's live, but talking about this, I've never seen someone step into this, just step into this transformation in such a big way. When we invite people into our program, everybody wants to come because they want to manifest more money. And they do. And there is so much more, right? You can imagine what it might feel like if you could get to the place where you genuinely believe with all of your heart that you deserve abundance. You deserve for it to become easy. You love yourself enough that the universe rewards you, right? And says, you know what? Here you go. More for you, more for you, more for you. And everybody else is taken care of. So I'm going to invite Ashley. And let's see. There she is. Hey, Ashley.
Hello, good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon. So, by the way, you guys, hold on. Let me remove this because I want you guys to see her name. When I bring on these amazing, it's hard for me to say clients. So you probably hear me say friend a lot because honestly, we become family and friends. So when I bring on these friends that have gone on this journey, I want you to look at their names in the event that you want to find them on Facebook and just reach out to them and ask about their experience in the program. It's everything is open book here. I want you to know that these are real people. In fact, the two ladies I have on today, they did the last challenge in February. And so everything that you hear has happened from February to August, right? So in 6 months, I just want you to listen. I want you to listen to the parts of their story that speaks to you right now. So during the challenge, Ashley joined us last time. And we do like we do. We share all this, we open your eyes, we make you see what stuff's going on for you. 333. We make you see what stuff's going on for you. And at the end of it, Ashley decided, I need this. I have to invest in myself. And I want her to share in her own words, like, Ashley, February, you're in the challenge. Where were you? What was going on in your life? What are some of the things that's happened in the challenge? And tell them about the thousands of messages you're always sending me. And cry if you want. You're welcome to cry.
Well, thank you because it's definitely a teary-eyed moment. Um, but I will say, initially coming into the challenge, I'm like money manifestation, absolutely. I want money, um, and I got it. I did. I
How
did
much
get.
did you how much did you write down when you join the program and we teach you how to write out your intentions? Tell them what was your number that you wrote?
My number was $33,000 within, a that time frame of 120 days, and I got it. And unfortunately, it was not in the way that I thought I would. I was going through a divorce. We sold the house, and with the house market the way it is, we definitely was going to capitalize off of it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's where the money's going to come from. No, he didn't sell it for that price, and I'm like, dude, that was my $33,000.
So
But
pause, because I want everybody listening, right? We're all thinking, oh, I want more money. And this is the exact way it's going to come. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to get more clients. I'm going to sell my house. I'm going to do all this. And the universe was like, actually, Ashley, no. But here you go anyway, right?
yeah,
So the how it comes, not our part. But what you did do was I taught you how to ask, right?
yes,
And you ask, you did. So you do your thing, you write it all out. We go through the 120 days, you manifest your money because everybody on here wants to manifest money. So I want them to hear that part of the story. You manifested your money. It might not have been how you planned for it to come, but it came.
but I got it.
You got it. So you're happy about that. But tell
Yes,
us about the
yes.
other stuff related to deservingness and loving yourself.
I will first say I'm at the biggest high of my entire life. Okay. Um, I am so happy. I am happy with myself. I'm in love with myself. I'm not happy with myself. I am so joyous and I am so in love with myself, so in tune with myself that I learned that I have to make me happy. I learned what I deserve. It's amazing. I learned that I do deserve everything good around me, everything that's happening. And there's so many traumas where you tell yourself, like, every time something good happens, you're focused and you're ready for, oh, I just know something bad's gonna happen. I don't think like that anymore. I don't think like that. I deserve all good. I deserve it. I allow it to come to me. Um, I am just so happy. When I say rich, I am rich. I am rich in love, rich in support. Um, and it was just breaking down those traumas. So what I thought, me personally, I was going to receive from this, I received so much more that can never be taken away at this point, because again, I know what I deserve. And all I speak about is deservingness. And I mean, it's unmatched love. I have goosebumps right now. Sorry, you guys, I have goosebumps. I'm teary eyed. I am ready to just shed so many tears. I just stay so excited and full of life because of this.
How
It's
were
a
you
again,
before? How were you before? Like, what was, your belief in yourself? And the money is one thing, but like the transformation that I've observed in you and the messages that you send me, and even looking at your Facebook posts these days, I'm like, this is a new woman. This is someone who has honestly stepped into it. Should I deserve it?
it is sorry. Um before, again, I went through an abusive marriage. And so that's what brought me, essentially what got me here is because I knew I deserved more out of life. There's more to life than just pleasing everybody else and not getting anything back, nothing being reciprocated. And it's just like, where is the disconnect? There has to be a disconnect. I know I'm better than that. Where's the disconnect? I was depressed, to the point where, being vulnerable to you all, I was on some medication at one point. I had put myself in an outpatient institution because I just need to figure me out. All of that I did is unmatched to what I have gotten out of this. And I will tell anybody that you don't have to sit on anybody's couch. This is all you need. This is all you need right here. I've gained so much more out of this than I have gained in the many years that I was depressed and all of that. So
Oh
thank
my
you.
gosh.
Thank you.
All
And
right.
I didn't even tell you that part. I've never told you that
You,
part.
did you see my eyes? I was like, you never told me that.
So yes, it was an energy that I have three sons. I'm a single mom. I was a housewife, and so being a housewife now into my brand new home as well. It's just been amazing, and I'm happy, and I'm happy. I'm joyous, and it exudes through to my children. My children, they saw so much, and they're able to be positive, happy beings as well, and I love it. So it's truly been transformational and life changing.
Oh, Ashley, thank you. And here's the thing I want everybody listening is that obviously, this is about manifesting money. And so everybody's going to say, Tasha, show me how to manifest money. And yes, change my money mindset and bring me, take me on the journey. And Ashley said yes to that. But I want you to hear what she got. And we talk about $33,000 and she manifested a brand new house and all this other amazing material stuff. But to get to the place where she's so in love with herself from what she described and to stand for knowing she deserves the best, that is priceless. Mwah. Ashley, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you didn't
Thank you.
cry.
I, I thought I was cute today, so
You're like, I'm not messing it up.
I had to try to hold it back as much as possible. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, my love. Thank you, thank you. So I want you guys, as we're about to talk about this, right? I want you to start to think about where are you with this idea about what you deserve and about loving yourself enough to receive all of the abundance that is meant for you to get to a place in life where you can be okay to lavish yourself, to lavish you, not your whole family, not everybody else. Time will come for that, but to start with doing it for you. I'm so proud of you guys, and thank you all for posting. And to me, manifesting money is amazing, but changing me to becoming deserving of all the abundance, that is priceless. And that's what I want you guys to talk. I want to talk to you guys about today, right? Because here's the thing: when we talk about the psychology of money, you all know what to do. You all know what to do to make money, right? You know to make more money. You can work harder. You can grow your business if you have a business. You can spend less. You can invest more. You can save. I mean, it's really five ways or maybe win the lottery, right? So you know what to do. You know exactly what to do, but you're not where you want to be financially. Why is that? If you know exactly what to do, why aren't you where you want to be financially? Why isn't money flowing easily? Why don't you have it in abundance? The reason is it is not about knowing what to do. It's not about that. We have all these education, all this stuff, extra stuff to tell us how to know what to do, but none of it is making a difference in your bank account. And here is the reason why. It has nothing to do with what you know about making more money, and it has everything to do with how you think about money, positive or negative. Your bank balance is going to be a reflection of how you think about money. You could have every degree in the world, you could have the most amazing business, corporate opportunity, all of it, investment opportunities. But if your thoughts about money and your beliefs and the story you're telling yourself is negative, that's where you're going to be, right? You're going to see the results of negative thoughts in your life around money. And so I want you guys all right now, I want you to type. Let me show you. I want you guys to type. One second, let me bring it up. The money, it's not about what you know about making more money. The money is actually first made in your mind. So money is first made in my mind. Every single one of you type that so that I know you got it. Money is first made here in your mind. But here's the flip side of that. If you're not making the kind of money you want, that's also starting in your mind. It's not rocket science. It's really easy. Stop trying to figure out what you're doing wrong because you're looking at what you're doing wrong instead of looking at how you're thinking may be a little bit off. I'm not going to say wrong, but how you're thinking may be a little bit off because the money in your bank account is a direct reflection of how you think about money. The more I've done this work on my thinking around money is the more my bank balance has grown and increased. So you see, I just want to make this really simple for you. And we're going to talk about the psychology of money, but I want you to understand it's real simple. How I think about money is creating how money comes to me, how much I have, how fast it goes, how much I keep. Very, very, very simple. Go ahead and all of you go ahead and type that so I know that you got it. The money is first made in my mind. So what that means is if you want to change your bank account balance, if you want to change money coming to you easily, if you want to change your financial reality, you don't need to look in 10 different places, right? It's really simple. You need to change the way you think about money, the stories you tell around money. The best thing that you can do in changing your financial reality is to invest in transforming your mind. You need to invest your time and your resources. It is the best investment you'll ever make. It's not in real estate. It's not in gold. It's not in Bitcoin. It's not in whatever's all out there, cryptocurrency, whatever. The number one investment that you will ever make is to invest in having a mind that is aligned to abundance. Because I promise you, and it's happened to me, I can give you all of those wonderful ways to invest. I can give you the best opportunity. I can give you the lottery, and you're still not going to have the results that you want if your mind is not in alignment with it, right? So the number one investment that you can make of your time and your resources is going to be in changing your money mindset. I love that you guys are all like going along with this. And oh, by the way, you guys, why you want to stick around is you're going to meet my best friend very soon. And you're going to hear from where I learned this. I'm bringing the source directly to you guys. And before I do that, one lady that has to jump off really quickly and really soon, I'm going to bring her on, is Fia. Again, back in February, Fia joined our program. Literally within we were on our very first call of the program. So we do week one, we do a release. And so I guide everyone how to do a lot of the releasing of the trauma and the money stories and all the baggage and clean up your money cycle and do all that. And you get a whole week to do that, right? So Fia, we're all in the program. Everyone's set. They know exactly what they need to do. And then we have our very first call. And I'll never forget, Fia comes on and shares literally the first call. So I want you to hear how quickly this investment can reap returns for you. And I want you to hear the kind. So Ashley said 33,000. Fia, come on here.
Hi,
Hello, gorgeous.
everybody.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. So you are a superintendent. I just learned today. So the kids are waiting. 33,000 kids are waiting for
Yes,
you to
I'm a
get off
deputy
work.
superintendent. Yes.
Deputy superintendent. So another thing I want you guys to hear, right? This is not about people who have businesses only. It's everybody who wants to change your financial reality, right? So, Fia, day one of the call, talk to me. Tell the people.
So Tasha has us write down our intentions, and I wrote down $100,000 in 3 months. And remember, how is a trap? How is none of your business? And so I had to let go of how because I couldn't make it make sense, right? So I write down that I want to move and I write down all of the specifications of my new home. And I think I was browsing, there are all the sites, the real estate sites, and I see something that feels like it's my home. And I stay up until 2 in the morning staring at this place. I then think, am I going to be able to get the kind of mortgage like for this place? Of course, it's plus $100,000 of what I currently own. I go and visit the place. They accept my offer. I get the mortgage for way more than I need. And I had this miracle moment because I believed in what I deserved. I declared my intentions. I wrote them down. I read them. I released my fear about money and really owned that we have the power to manifest money and transformation in our life. And if you're a believer, scripture says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Ooh, I love it. I loved your story. I mean, those of you that were on that call, that first call of our program, you probably remember me screaming. And what I did immediately was I put it in the notes from my phone because I knew the next challenge I had to have you on to come share that. So you guys, what I want you to hear from that story is I teach and I've taught them all how to write a powerful intention because there's a system for everything. Those of you that follow the law of attraction, they tell us put it in writing. But how? Right? How do I write it so that it happens? And Sophia, I'm so proud of you. Mwah. Thank you for being on
Thank you.
kids. Thanks for sharing. I love it. All right, you guys. So I want to show you now the psychology of money is made up of three things. Can you see? There we go. That little ring in there. Right? So there you guys go. You can see that. Want you all to see it so you can draw those for yourself. Number one, money moments. The psychology of money, the first part of it is what we call a money moment. What is a money moment? A money moment is any experience that you've had in your life, any experience that you've had in your life that involved money and it left a lasting imprint on your financial reality. Any experience that you've had in your life that involved money and it left a lasting imprint on your financial reality. And here's the thing, you may have directly been involved in it or maybe not. So, for example, you may have just simply grown up in a household where your family was poor. Maybe you were fed every day. It wasn't like you were a kid, you didn't need money, but you saw the feeling or you felt the feeling of being poor, and that created this lasting imprint on you financially. Maybe you grew up with parents who your parents were experienced the Great Depression, and I know, like, I see it in my mom and her mom. They hoard things. It's just like there's never going to be enough. There's going to be a catastrophe any day now, and you just see them penny pinching. And it didn't affect you necessarily, but it left a lasting impression on your finances. Maybe as an adult, there was a time when you weren't able to afford something. And in the moment that I can't get this thing that I want, created a lasting impression on your financial reality. Those are money moments, right? I know there's a lady who I was on a clubhouse one week, and she shared, Tasha, I remember as a kid growing up in Chicago, in my house, the floorboards were missing. There were rats running around everywhere. The neighborhood was just trashed. And she's a kid, and she's like, there's got to be more than this. And so In that moment, financial imprint stamped, created. That was a money moment. Another one of my dear cousins, we had a breakthrough. She was visiting with me and we had a breakthrough when she said, "Oh my God, I just realized coming home and seeing my dad, who was an executive in the bank for years, coming home, she's an adult now, so she doesn't need her parents to take care of her. But seeing her father, her hero, lose his job and be diminished to that place of just fear around money created a lasting financial imprint on her that we needed to work through." So I want you guys to start thinking about what's your money moment. For me, um, I have two big ones that I can share with you. Many of you know I had to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So this wasn't in my childhood. This was, gosh, maybe 12 years ago. Chapter 11 is a big thing. And for me, it was a moment of shame with money and guilt. And yeah, for years I had to work through the imprint that had on my finances, right? The other one was growing up as a kid and going to church in a Pentecostal church where it's like really strong energy and they're like, money is the root of all evil every chance they got. And me with my little girl self was like, I don't want to be evil, so I don't want money. Financial imprint. So I want you guys right now to think what was yours and to type it. What is one of your money stories? It's a moment where you had a really powerful experience involving money and it left an imprint on you. I'm going to look over here at the comments. I want to make sure I'm seeing you guys and seeing what you're typing. Hang on a second. Think about that. What were some of your money moments? I'm looking to see um, what you guys. Melissa says divorce. That'll be a big one, right? Yeah, divorce. People with a lot of money are not nice. Money doesn't grow on trees. Only money. Yep, a lot of you guys I'm seeing, and I want you to think of, just when I was laid off in 2018, so much debt. Want you to think I was talking to a beautiful lady yesterday, Monica, and she was sharing with me, her father having a stroke, and then it changed the trajectory of her life. She had to take out student loans and now she's living with that and having to deal with it, and the father and her father having a stroke was the moment, but it created this money effect in her life. So I want you guys to kind of identify what that might be for you. And so that's the first thing, is that you have a money moment, right? That's number one up here. You have a money moment. And then it creates a money story. And that's where we get ourselves really trapped, is in the money story. But I want you guys to hear me say this, and you might want to type this. Many of us have an awareness that we have money stories that they don't serve us. They're limiting and they're very low in belief. And I just want you guys to think about this, right? When I hear somebody tell me their money story, I say to them, they'll say, "Oh, Tasha, I could be doing so much better financially, or things are so hard for me with money, or, I know I deserve more, but I'm not getting it." And it's like, it's a story. It's like, once upon a time, here is what has happened in my life. I got divorced and there wasn't enough money, and it's a story. And I say to them, you've only told me 5% of the story. Because 95% more, you're telling yourself an even more powerful story in your mind. So what comes out of your mouth around your money is only 5% of the story you're thinking. And the other 95% is doing you more disservice, because what you speak out of your mouth, there's a more powerful story going on in the back of your mind. And I'm sharing this with you because you're wondering, why am I doing everything right and I'm not getting the financial results that I have, that I want? Why is that? Because you're telling yourself a story. Sometimes you don't even know it. You don't even know the story that's going on in the back of your head, right? So I want you to know, you were not born with these stories. It is not natural to have limiting thoughts about money. It is not normal to think lack. It is not, none of us came here thinking, oh my gosh, there's never going to be enough. I have to be worried and fearful. We were born with abundance. So if you have any stories going on that are not aligned with that, it's because of your money moment. That is where it started, but it's not natural and we have to work on it. So the thing is, many of these money moments are outside of your consciousness. So I want you to imagine this. You walk into a dark room. You don't know where the light switch is, so you can never turn it on, right? So these stories that are impacting your financial reality, you don't even know what many of them are. And as we go through the rest of this week, I'm going to show you some of the things that are creating those stories. But just to think about that for a moment, oh my God, it's wreaking havoc in my finances and I don't even know what it is. I don't know what's causing it. Sometimes many of us know some of it, but we don't know all of it. I was in my 40s when I heard a story from my birth. I didn't know that was there, but it was in my energy field. It was in my subconscious mind. It had traveled with me my whole life and it played out in my life. And I didn't even know, wasn't in my awareness. So how much of your money story do you know versus what you don't know? But I promise you, it's creating your financial reality. And in order to turn that light on, to shed some light and make you aware, you're going to need support and guidance. You're going to need somebody else in the room to turn the light switch on for you, somebody who knows where that switch is. And once the light is on, everything changes. The other part of the money story that I want you to think about, right, is I don't know about you, but I get pretty ticked off. I get really angry when I think about some of these money stories that I have. They're not even mine. Somebody else created this whole play called Tasha's Life, put some stories in my head about money, and now I'm living it. I'm the one struggling to work through all the stuff. I'm just an actor in somebody else's place. Somebody created the script and they put you in it. How do you feel about that? I get really angry. I don't like the fact that I'm having to struggle with money or finances because somebody else created some story that's in my head. And I'm not even going to talk about the who did that. It doesn't matter. I want you to get really angry about the fact that you are living a money story that sometimes is not even yours. How do you change that? You are going to need to have support and guidance because let's face it, if you knew what to do, you would have already done it. Nobody wants to be living less than abundance. So if you knew what to do, you would have done it, right? Do you guys agree? Yeah? Awesome. All right. So now I want to talk about the last part of this, your money behavior. So your money psychology, your money moment, your money story, your money behavior. I tell people, tell me your money story and I will predict with 1,000% accuracy. I listen to people talk about money all the time. And in my mind, sometimes I say it, sometimes I don't, but I will predict exactly what your financial reality is right now and your financial future. Because based on your money story, you're doing some things with money that I can tell you 1,000% accuracy how you're going to act with money based on your money story. Think about that. It's predictable. So I want you to think about some of these things right now. Are you happy with your bank balance? Are you happy with your net worth? How easy or how hard is it for money to come to you? Do you trust yourself with lots of money? We talked about deservingness and lavishing yourself. One of the things that people have a hard time with is, oh my God, can I trust myself with a lot of money? That's one of your money behaviors. You get money, then you lose it, right? A lot of money comes through your hands and then it's gone, or you spend it, or you spend a lot, or you find yourself just not making wise money choices, or it just feels like all this money is out there, but I can't seem to get it. These are some of your money actions and money behaviors as a result of the story that you're telling. But here's the big one. Do you charge what you deserve? Do you charge what you deserve? And then last, this is the question I really want you all to answer. When you look at your money behavior and your money actions, do you stand for yourself financially? Do you stand up for yourself financially? Yes or no? For me, what I have learned, this part right here, this part right here, the money story. This is the piece. The event has happened. The money moment, it has happened. We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. But this, I know you guys see, if you can change what you're thinking in your mind, because remember I told you the money is made in your mind. So if you can change the story in your mind, this changes. Does that make sense? Change the money story and you change this. Not work harder, not all this craziness that people are telling you hustle and grind. Change the money story. Change the money story. So now I want to ask you guys, and next I'm going to bring on my BFF. She really helped me with this money story piece. I want to ask you guys, those of you that are watching, and I asked you yesterday, do you have someone to support you with this money story, with your financial reality, with changing your money mindset, with standing, somebody who is going to show you how to stand for you, like you heard from Ashley, who's going to show you how to stand for you for what you deserve financially and how to get it, how to stand for it and how to get it. If you are looking for someone to show you how to do that, I want you to type the word story, because I want to show you how to change your money story. So I want you guys go ahead. Those of you that you know, that's me. I need some help. Tasha, I need you to show me what these ladies have been talking about that happened to them in a few months. I need that in my life. Can you show me how to do that? Type the word story. Now I want you to just, you probably are like, me, 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 me. I want you to hear me say this. I want to work with the people who know they are so ready for this. The women that you've heard from, you can hear in their voices how ready they were. They were willing to do what we coached them to do. So if you know that's you, you want to be on this 120-day journey with us. You want to be mentored. You want somebody to turn that light switch on for you because you know you've just been in the darkness with this money thing for so long. And you are truly, truly ready. I want you to type the word story. All right. Now, I want to introduce you to someone who changed my money story. And this is so amazing. Come over here. So, this lady here, look at us.
Hi, everyone.
This lady here is my best friend. And you, those of you that are typing story and you're going to join our program, you're going to be our next testimonials, you're going to get us both. Now, this is what's funny. Every time we do this, we have a text session in the morning, right? What should I wear? She'll ask me, what should I wear? And I texted her and I said, I'm wearing green. So wear something that matches green. And she comes over with this pink shirt. And I go, oh my God, I have the exact shirt. So look, we literally have all the exact shirt. Every single time we do this live, this is exactly what she shows up with clothes and I have the exact same thing. So I want you guys to know, this woman I met 9 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. So this is Diane, my best friend and business partner. And when I met her, I was like where many of you are right now. I wanted to work my behind off to make money. And she was like, yeah, I don't think that's going to work. She literally did. She was like, you're a really nice girl. I would love to be friends with you, but looks like you just want to work really hard for money and I don't want to sign up for it. So yeah, I was about to lose my friend, you guys, over this. So I said, well, what do you do? And she said, I just sit on my balcony. I feel really good. I work when I'm inspired and I make money. I'm like, really? Can you show me how to do that? But what I want you to hear is the money story that she gave me. And yes, she taught me how to do all that. But the money story that she gave me that changed everything for me was, Tasha, you know, you deserve to make all your financial dreams come through with ease. You know, you deserve that, right? And I was like, man, I don't believe you. And no, I don't really know that. But I'm going to try telling myself the story that you are telling me is possible for me. So she told me it was possible for me. And I just started telling myself that story. And I am so grateful for you. Doesn't she look beautiful with her little pink lipstick? I'm so grateful because that story has become my reality. I do deserve it, and so do you. And when I'm asking you to type story, it's because we want to be the people who tell you the new story that you can start believing. We're going to believe it for you first, right? And then show you how to believe it. But I asked Diane to come on today because, Diane, why don't you tell us the thing about Diane, by the way? She has spent her entire adult life feeding herself a story about money that she wanted to live. She read all the books, she did all this stuff. But when I met her, one of the things I was amazed by, I was like, geez, man, the story you tell about money is amazing compared to the one I know going on in my mind. And what I observed in my friend was she was living this story. So it was so fascinating to me that people thought like this, like normal people thought like this, you know? Like I remember one of the stories, I was like, so what do you think when you're telling me I work so hard for money? Like, how do you think about it? She goes, I just think, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. I walk around in the grocery store, no matter what I'm doing. I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you for money. I'm like, you think that. And her life reflects it. So what are some of the other things you think about
Thank
money?
you. Make me sound so amazing.
You are.
And I am. Yes, you're right. I deserve it and you deserve it too. And I'm so grateful you took that on, and you really did. You made that your legacy. And now you're here teaching. We get to both teach everyone else. So it's, I look back at when I met you and even before that, and I think of all the times that I would just say, and I look back at even everything I journaled was, I am a consistently profitable trader, investor. Everything I turn to, I always make more money in my future than I do today. And it just kept going. I always can afford every luxury I desire. And as I watched every single thing, even I looked the other day, I'm like, I always get every luxury I desire. And now I got to push myself to get the bigger luxury. Natasha was laughing the other day. She said, where you been? I went and got my new hair dryer. And I said, instead of the $40 one that I used to think was luxury, now I got the $150 one.
And I was like, so why did you do that? She goes, I stood there and they were right next to each other. So we asked you today to lavish yourself, right? She goes, there was a $40 one and a $150 one. She goes, I read both boxes. They were exactly the same. Think about this. What would you do? I know for many people, and old Tasha, I would quickly grab the $40 one. But listen to her story. Why did you do it?
Well, first of all, the $40 one had much more much more selling points on the box than the 150. 150 didn't need any selling. It was just 150. Didn't try to sell me at all. And I just said, if I am rich, and that's what I've been saying to myself the last 20 years. I am rich. I am a millionaire. And doing little things like that just proves it. Because I can. And my daughter, I called my daughter and told her, she's like, oh, well, okay, when you're ready for the next level, Best Buy has one for $500. I said, I thought I bought the most expensive.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So there's a $500 one for the next level. So it just keep pushing myself to the next level. And like you said, when you came over my balcony and we looked at the water, seeing the abundance. I went to the beach last night, and the beach is the perfect place. No matter who you are, how much money's in the bank, you can feel rich. So do little things this week that make you feel rich, because when you feel rich, more money flows to you.
That's one of the other stories that she would tell. We would go and sit on our balcony and she's like, look at the abundance. I'm like, where? She's like, the water. Look at the evidence of abundance in the water. I mean, what I want you to hear, you're just hearing some little snippets. And on our 120-day journey, you're all going to learn so much more about how to think like this. I'm telling you, wouldn't you rather do this to make more money than go work harder? I could not believe, but I can tell you the best investment I've ever made. And let me tell you, I've made lots of money in my lifetime. The best investment and the easier way I have made money is to change the way I think and the story that I'm telling. Change the story and you change everything. This woman here is my best friend and amazing. She really is. But when I tell you she walks around constantly with a story, a money story that creates her life like nothing I've ever seen. And she admonishes me for working hard. Let me tell you, she's like, way too hard, Tasha, way too hard. Come on, work more on you. Work on this. This is where you want to be working, is on the way you think and the stories you're telling around money. So again, I'm going to ask you, those of you want to be on this journey with us. I know there's so many people watching that have been in our programs over the years. I would love for you guys to just type in the comments of your free will what it's like to work with Diane and I. I can promise you that there are no two other mentors for money on this planet that do what we do. So if you know you're ready, go ahead and type the word money. Go ahead and type the word story in the comments, and let's book a call and get you enrolled in our program. All right. And last but not least, 6 p.m. tonight, we have a bonus call. So come back at 6 p.m. Eastern. I think that's going to be 11 p.m. for the UK people. We'll see you all tonight with some amazing women who are just going to talk to you. You can ask them all your questions, and they're going to share with you what's possible for you. All right. I love you guys. See you tonight.
Talk to you soon.
Bye. We're jumping on the phones to talk to a few of you. Bye, everyone. Talk to you soon. See you tomorrow. See you tonight and tomorrow.